Hooty hoo, all my stock market gamblers. Welcome today. It's Monday. Stock market's open. Stock market's having a little trouble today. Dow's down about 500. NASDAQ down about 300. We're having this down day, but okay, if you're long, here's the good news. The market is oversold. Market is oversold. Now, nothing goes straight up and nothing goes straight down. I see so many YouTube people. They're either a perma bear or a perma bull. But they can both be right, but the market doesn't go straight up, doesn't go straight down. So right now, the market is very oversold. So what did I do? Well, once again, I'm just a speculator. I speculate in this market, and I bought some of the QQQ calls. I think we're going to get a bounce in the next day or two. Why do I think this? Well, because of the VIX. The VIX just exploded higher today, up about 18%. Now, when you get the VIX exploding like that, usually you have a move in the opposite direction in the next day or two. Maybe even by the end of the day, the markets could rebound already. But anyways, I'm betting that the markets do get a bounce. I do think we're going lower. We probably got another 10% downside to go in the S&P and the NASDAQ. They're probably going to come down and touch their 200-day moving average. So I do think we're going lower, but right now we're oversold. So I'm playing for a bounce. I love the volatility in the market. As a trader, the volatility is great. Sometimes you can take your trades off in the same day. Now, I'm not a day trader, but sometimes the market moves so fast on days like today that you just can jump in and jump out and make a lot of money. But right now I got some QQQ calls. I'm betting on the rebound. I'm betting on the bounce before we head lower. Okay, so what I want to talk today about is, I want to go into a little bit of a deep dive on real estate. I read all these articles out there, and there's a lot of them that say real estate is going to go up another 10% this year. Some say as high as 20%. You see, they're basing that on is inflation. Yes, inflation's going up, but here's the thing. Here's what they're missing. Okay, real estate doesn't always go with inflation. Matter of fact, the government doesn't even count real estate in the inflation index. They take out housing. Okay, but here's the thing. Housing is a debt asset. It is a debt asset. Okay, so people have mortgages. Now, mortgages, what happens when inflation? Well, inflation, true, would send the house price up, but it also sends interest rates up. So what happens to the debt asset? Well, the debt asset, the payment that they can make as the interest rate goes up, the payment they can make goes down. The affordability factor makes homes less affordable. Now, inflation also makes home less affordable in other ways. Why? Well, because people have to pay more money for food, more money for gas. They have less money to spend on a home. This is not actually positive for homes. Inflation in the markets can actually send the housing prices lower and much lower. Now, we've already got some problems. We got pending home sales. They're starting to drop. These are homes that are waiting to be sold that have contracts on them. Some of these contracts are falling out. The people are rescinding their offer. They go, no, I changed my mind. Oh, it didn't appraise. I don't want that. So pending home sales are starting to drop. First-time home buyers have dropped from normal is about 32% down to about 26%. Now, why would first-time home buyers drop? Well, because they can't afford a home. Home prices are ridiculously expensive. We're in a bubble, and this bubble is going to pop. This house of cards is going to crumble, and it's going to come tumbling down. Now, it takes time to play out. But right now, when home prices are going up, okay, so in the last 10 years, home prices have been constantly going up, and people would be able to pull money out when they refinance their homes, and they can use this money to spend and use their money to live upon. So they don't want to sell their house. Their house is their bank. But what happens when prices start to come down? Well, people get a little nervous because it's no longer the bank. They can't go to the bank and go, hey, give me more money. No, you've already already taken the money. The home price equity is going down. The bank may even call your loans due. You never know what the banks are going to do today. But as the home prices start to go down, it's no longer a bank, and people start to get worried. All of a sudden, they get this fear of getting out. They got to get out while the prices are high. And the prices are high right now. We're at record highs. But I think that the market is shifting. I think that it's changing. We used to put open houses on. There was just one on my street this weekend. Okay, so the open house, I went down there. There was nobody there looking at it. That kind of surprised me. This is the first weekend the house was open, and nobody's looking at the house. Okay, so the herd mentality is kind of going away. People are going, wait a minute, I'm not sure I want to buy at these high prices. And a lot of people say, wait a minute, I can't afford to buy at these high prices. So the prices are going to have to start shifting. They're going to have to start coming down. Now, I know a lot of people, and the experts will tell you that prices are going to continue to go up. I'm just not so sure. I think we're going to get a pullback, and I think it's going to happen in 2022. And I think we're going to start to see that soon. If the Federal Reserve actually stops buying mortgages and they actually raise rates, now they say they're going to do both of those things. Do I believe them for a minute? No, they're liars. They're flat out liars. But they do say they're going to stop buying mortgages and rigging the mortgage market. That's what they do. They rig the market. And they're going to raise interest rates to fight inflation. Well, what is this going to do to the housing market? If they did both of them together, like stop buying and raise rates, houses are going to come in 20-30% this year. Probably by the time it plays out, it'll be down over 50 or 60%. But we'll see what the Fed does. Maybe they stop buying mortgages, and maybe they raise rates, but maybe they give everybody $100,000 if they go buy a house. So you never know in this crazy market. You really don't. And back to the market. Now, the market today, it's taken a hit, and it took a hit last week. Down 2 or 3% last week, and we're going down again this week right out of the start. Well, I think we're going to get a bounce. And I do think we're going to finish the week lower. I do. But I think in the next day or two, you're going to see a rally. Maybe by the end of the day, because we're down quite a bit. 500 points on the Dow is 300 points on the NASDAQ. NASDAQ was almost down 400 points when I put those calls on. I bought the QQQ calls. We'll see how they play out. I don't know. I think that the markets are in trouble. I don't think they can handle interest rates rising. I don't think they can handle the Fed stop pumping trillions of dollars into the market. Now, maybe the government comes in with more stimulus. That could raise the market, right? Nancy Pelosi, she's out there campaigning for another stimulus check. Now, that's really interesting to me. People are staying home now. They don't want to go work because, the government sent them all that stimulus check. The unemployment money, they got extra unemployment. But the government will tell you, though, that the unemployment rate is only 3.9%. Really, 3.9%. You can go out there and take your own poll. I guarantee you it's up over 10%, but they'll tell you the unemployment's at 3.9%, but they do a lot of lying. They'll tell you inflation's running about 6%. It's really running about 15%, and it's going to bring this house of cards crumbling down in the house market. Take my word for it. Look, you got the forbearance. Okay, the eviction moratorium ended. You got the forbearance ended. There's going to be these foreclosures coming onto the marketplace. A lot of people think we have low inventory, and we do have low inventory, don't get me wrong, but is there a shortage of houses? I'm not sure there is. Look, baby boomers are starting to get old. Now, baby boomers are going to start to die off. The thing is, the house doesn't die. The house is still there, Someone's going to buy that house, and I think it's the next generation coming up, the millennials. Okay, so the baby boomers, they move into the old folks' home. The millennials, they come and buy the house. But the millennials can't afford these prices. They're too high. Prices have to come down, and I think they will. I think they're going to come tumbling down. I think we're going to see that this year. I think the shift is already happening. I really do. If you want to get out, I'm full disclosure, I am a real estate broker, and I make a lot of money when I sell a house. And I would tell people, now's a really good time to get out. It's a good time to buy. No, it's not. Not unless you have to. Some people have to buy. Some people get relocated on a job, and they have to get a new principal residence. I get all that, and you have to, and you plan to stay there for, 5, 10, 20 years and make that home your legacy home. Maybe the house prices will come back in 20 years, but maybe not. I really think you were going to be looking at about half off. And how long will it take to get prices to new record highs? I'm not really sure. All I am sure is we're in a big bubble, and this house of cards has to come crashing down. Now, the exact timing, I think it's already starting to play out in certain areas. Real estate, very central to certain areas. I mean, in China, we got big real estate problems with Evergrande. I mean, that's big problem, $62 trillion problem. Here we got big problems, Zillow dumping houses, Open Doors not making any money either. I'm telling you, these house flippers, it's easy to flip houses when, the price is going up. It's hard to flip houses when the price is going down. So I think some of that inventory is going to be coming on. We'll see how it all plays out. I'm Tall Mike, just a little rant for a Monday. If you like this, give me a thumbs up. Really like it, punch the subscribe button. We'll talk again later in the week. Bye-bye now.